long time coming, but the NASCAR Legends Series Season number 4 finally rolls on. We are at a brand new venue for the next race, App State Speedway. A beautiful track with long straightaways and sharp bank corners in the Appalachian Mountains. It is the perfect way for these students to kick off their next semester. So now we get into the drivers to watch for today. Of course, you have to be looking at the pole sitter Brad Keselowski. Set the fastest time in qualifying, had a great short run car. It'll be interesting to see if he can hold on for the duration of this event. And then we have Kurt Busch starting further in the back. His car has been fast. It'll be interesting to see how he can move through the field. Now let's get to our full starting lineup as our cars roll off of pit road. Starting on pole, as mentioned before, is the Blue Deuce of Brad Keselowski. Beside him is Darrell Waltrip. Row number 2 is going to be Denny Hamlin and Carl Edwards. Row 3, Dale Jarrett and Kurt Busch. With row number 4 being Matt Kenseth and Richard Petty. Behind them, it's going to be Bill Elliott and the other Blue Deuce of Rusty Wallace. Row number 6 is Michael Waltrip and Kyle Busch. Up next is Chase Elliott and Joey Logano beside him. Row number 8 is Kyle Larson and Tony Stewart. Row number 9 is Ryan Newman and Jeff Gordon, with row number 10 being Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. Starting 21st is going to be Ryan Blaney in place of the late Cale Yarborough and Jimmy Johnson. Row number 12 is Greg Biffle and Bobby Labonte. Rounding out the field in row 13 is Mark Martin and Dale Earnhardt Jr. As we get to today's race facts, it's going to be a 10-lap race with halfway points at lap 5. Remember that there are short corners here, long straightaways. It is a beautiful day for racing here in the Appalachian Mountains, and we are expecting 3-wide action today on this narrower track as we are green from the Appalachian Mountains. It's Brad Keselowski with a big jump, leading the first lap here at App State Speedway. Darrell Waltrip is in behind him in second, with Denny Hamlin closing fast for third. Kurt Busch already trying the high lane back there in fifth as the Blue Deuce continues to lead the way, but here comes Denny Hamlin attempting to make a pass for second. He'll dive it in low on Darrell Waltrip, bump him up the track, and take the spot. Already approaching lap traffic now. Brad Keselowski approaches the back of the 16 as we see a flyby of the field. Will lap traffic serve as a hindrance for the 2 machine as Denny Hamlin attempts to set up a move for the lead? We are reaching the beginning of lap 5 and there's a wreck in the back. It's Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon hard into the outside wall. The caution is out. Everyone slows down, and that will take us to the halfway break and a little bit beyond that. Let's take a look at exactly what happened here, as it seems like Jeff Gordon going for the move on the inside. Tony Stewart, either with a late block or an unsightly move, comes down in front of the 24 and leads to both of their days, ending in the outside wall. A hard hit, and right at the end of the long straightaway too. Luckily, both drivers are out of their cars and okay. You gotta chalk that one up to a racing incident, maybe some misjudgment by the 20 machine, as both of their cars are taken into the infield. As the halfway bonuses are awarded, 5 points to Brad Keselowski for getting to the halfway mark first. Now they hit the choose cone. It'll be Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards lining up on the front row with Denny Hamlin and Darrell Waltrip in row number 2. As you see, the 2 cars taken out of this race by their heavy impact into the outside wall, but we are going green again with 3 laps remaining. Brad Keselowski with a good jump to the inside, but it's going to be Carl Edwards using the high lane, who's going to draw even with the 2 car down the front straightaway now. Keselowski just holds the lead with 2 laps to go, and here comes Denny Hamlin trying to make something happen for the lead as well. He's going to dive into the inside, and Keselowski gets loose. Into the outside wall go him and Carl Edwards. The white flag is out, and Hamlin is away from the field. Kurt Busch marches up through the pack to second, but it's going to be Hamlin, to a chorus of boos and cheers, taking the checkered flag and winning at App State Speedway. What a finish to this race. A sprint in nature, but an exciting finish at the end. As Denny Hamlin makes a dive 3 wide into turn 3, and Keselowski, with no contact from Hamlin, gets arrow loose and up into the 99 machine. That's going to be Denny Hamlin's win, his first of Season 4, and to the top of the points lead he will go as he burns it down at App State Speedway. Congratulations, Denny Hamlin. Congratulations once again to the 11 machine, sponsored by Upper Groove Racing. Great day for them as they beat out the rest of the field, everyone by over a second except for Kurt Busch, who makes a strong run into the second position. Looking back through the results, it seems like everyone, because of that late race restart, is within 10 seconds of the leader, so a nice close finish at the end, except for the two who DNF'd, Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, finishing much further behind the pace. Now we have to look at our full season points, as there is no playoff gimmick here. It is a full season points battle with Denny Hamlin on top with 38.5 points after the shortened race number 1, Keselowski in second, Edwards in third. The results of the points are mainly mirroring this race with a slight influence from race number 1, the half-point disaster class that was. If you look back through the field, no one is truly out of it yet, but Tony Stewart at 35.5 points back is looking a bit rough. Now thank you everybody so much for watching. I hate to say this race has been filmed for a year and a half at this point. I've just had it sitting on my computer, too afraid to touch it because I wasn't happy with my graphics. I wasn't super motivated to get this one done. But I finally did it. I'm going to probably redo my graphics again before race 3. But race 3 is expected to come out before the Christmas Cup this year. My current schedule is to do NASCAR Richmond, NASCAR Phoenix, race 3 of the NASCAR Legend Series, and the Christmas Cup all over the next semester. So it'll be a busy one for me, but I'm going to try to make it up to you guys by just giving you a ton of races to make up for the lack of videos and races that I've had recently. But that's all that I have for you today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a good night.